to our guest speaker. She's the one that actually hunted this down. And you guys might have heard about Waverly Copeland. She at Seminar, she was the #1 director in the company with 1.3 million in unit sales. And I kind of remember when she came on the scene a few years back before she had her first baby. I think she was 18. So her mother is Kimberly Copeland, NSD. Her grandmother is Scarlett Walker Simpson. And then her auntie is Crystal Hunsaker that does the Monday, Magnanimous Monday recordings. So all of these are people that she surrounds herself, but she went out and did the work and went from 300,000 in unit sales as a sales director to 1.3 million. So basically she did an increase of $1 million from the year before. And I remember hearing her story initially, and it was kind of on the down low. Julianne was like, but you can't share it because it's not necessarily like the skincare party way, it's the Mary Kay way, but not the way that we were taught to do our parties. It's a little bit more anyway, I don't want to give away too much, but we heard a lot about her at Seminar. She was not in our division, but our very own Kelli Dart did the research, got the video, and has watched it time and time again and broken it down. And she is going to be sharing with us the mechanics of how Waverly does these parties and gets tons of sales, and taught this to her unit to have such a huge increase. So let's give it up for Kelli Dart all the time for jumping in and being the pro that she is and sharing all of this. So I'm going to put it on speaker view. So if we could all put our phone or put our thing on mute just while she's talking for the purpose of the recording here.
Okay. So the first thing I wanted to kind of tell you guys a little bit about Waverly is she's 23, and she is coming at this from like a millennial, a 23-year-old kind of mindset. So she's wanting to stay authentic and real to the Mary Kay way, but she's just kind of putting a little bit of a spin on it in the way of how our millennials and the younger generations are kind of coming at stuff nowadays. We know, most people I think know, that they're very much into searching and researching and doing a lot of internet kind of diving into things and learning about things before they make decisions. And they're also very casual. There's not a lot of what we know as like professionalism and, you know, the way that we have been taught to do our Mary Kay parties. So she does things a little bit differently, but she still in the end stays true to the Mary Kay way. So the first thing that we are going to kind of break down is how she gets to the party. So for people who are already consultants and they're already in Mary Kay, what she suggests for people like us to do is to send out a message, and however you want to send your message, whatever is the best way for you to communicate with your people. If you're used to making a phone call, then make a phone call. If you're used to texting a person, text them. If you're used to sending social media direct messages, do it that way. If your emails or postcards, whatever way you naturally communicate with these people is the way that you want to send this communication to your people. So it doesn't seem over salesy and, you know, creepy, I guess is the best way I can say that. So what she says is, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of verbiage that she uses, which again, of course, you can change so it fits your personality. So for a new consultant, you would say, I'm launching my Mary Kay business. For an existing consultant, you would want to say, I'm relaunching my Mary Kay business. I'm looking for 30 sharp women who will give me their opinions and feedback on our product. I immediately thought of you. So I'll read that again because I didn't create like a note section yet to put into the Facebook or their Voxer. So the statement again is, I am relaunching my Mary Kay business. I'm looking for 30 sharp women who will give me their opinions and feedback on our products. I immediately thought of you. And so the last sentence is crucial because it's putting that personal touch on it, and it's kind of giving them that feeling that we know we want our women to, Mary Kay wants them to feel seen and heard and make them feel special. So that last statement that you end the message with is specifically put that way for that purpose. Okay, so then before you get to the party, you need to very much so coach, coach, coach. So if you're doing a relaunch or a brand new launch, hopefully you have invested in inventory and your director is willing to do a debut for you. If you're not going to do it in a debut style, some of your wording is going to be a little bit different. So you would want to launch it as like a relaunch business debut or just a business debut, and you can do it yourself. You don't necessarily have to have your director there. So this very first party that we're going to kind of talk about and the setup for it is going to be us as our consultants doing it ourselves, us as directors doing it ourselves, or your director doing it for you. Okay, so for the purpose of the first contact, after you tell them that you've immediately thought of them and they respond, you want to ask them, you want to tell them you're having a party and give them 2 or 3 date options. You don't want to give them an option of, are you coming, yes or no? You want to give them a choice of dates. So you're just automatically going in there with the intention and putting it out there that you know they're going to come. You just need to know which date they're going to attend. So set up 2 different dates at least, so you can give them an option of this date or that date. And if neither one of those dates work or they're not local, I would really encourage you to put this on like a Facebook Live in addition to doing it in person. Okay, so now you have your 30 sharp women. You have your dates that you know that they're going to come. And then 4 days before the party, you're going to start messaging them again each day before the party. So your first touch is so this is 4 days before the event. And this is where we can get you guys help with like the boards platform where you're, if you're going to send out text messages or emails, and we can help you create those scripts. So when you're sending out your content, you're doing like a speed dial, basically, is like the same concept you want to think about. If you want to tell, if you remember back in the old days when we all had like speed dial phones, like you'd hit number 2 and it would dial your mom or whatever. It's like that kind of concept with boards. So we can help you get the scripts right. So when you're sending these out to your people, you're not having to type 30 messages every single day for 4 days, because I can understand that would be overwhelming. And I can already see people's like eyes glossing over and being like, nope, I'm out. So stick with me through this because this really is pretty amazing. So the first touch, which is 4 days before the party, you want to tell them, thanks for coming to my party. I'm so excited. I do a drawing every month. You'll be entered into the drawing just for coming. So that's the first message. So on to the part of the drawing, what you can do is you can get together with a couple of consultants and go in together. You can do it yourself. We could all help participate and like pay for our director to do it. There's lots of options on what we can do for the drawing. The drawing is going to be kind of a bigger event item. So it would be appropriate for like a Coach bag or a Kate Spade bag or something like that. That's a bigger ticketed item. And we can do the drawing to be once a month. We can do it once a quarter. It really depends on each individual person and how they want to do this. And so you're going to get them entries into this drawing for lots of different things that they can do in your touches in the first 4 days. Okay, so 4 days before the party, first touch is thanking them for coming, telling them how excited you are, and just for showing up, they get entered into the drawing. And you can tell them if you want what the prize is. I don't think it's necessary, and she doesn't do that. She just says entered into the drawing and kind of keeps a little bit of suspense. Okay, 3 days before the party, the second touch is you're going to tell them, hey, I'm getting ready for the party. I just want to know what your favorite color is and make sure I have a gift special for you in your favorite color. Now, this one kind of seems silly at first when I first listened to it, but it really is a significant text or message to them for a very specific reason. If you don't get the favorite color back, your chances of them showing up are decreasing with each touch. Every time that they've done this, she did 301 parties last year, you guys. So she is very much knows what her statistics are. Yes, I will say that again, Rebecca. So out of 301 parties, her statistics are proving if you don't get the favorite color, they are less likely to come. If you get the favorite color, you're like 80% more likely that they're going to come. Okay. 3 days before the party, your second touch is, hey, I'm getting ready for the party. What is your favorite color? I want to make sure I have a gift special for you in your favorite color. So what the gifts are in that scenario are something simple like earrings, scrunchies, claw clips, stuff from, you can get them from Amazon, you can get them from Temu, you can get them from the dollar store, anything like that. You can just do something that's kind of a cute little gift that just says, here's a thank you gift for showing up. And it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money, obviously. And you want to do something that you can get in like a broad range of different colors, because obviously now you're going to have 30 people showing up that maybe have 30 different favorite colors. And so you want to be able to accommodate them. Earrings are pretty popular. She said the scrunchies and the claw clips. And again, you want to get something that's not going to be obviously a competition with any product that we sell. You don't want to like go get them like a lotion from the dollar store when we sell lotion. So it's something that we don't sell in Mary Kay, and it's just little, it's inexpensive, and it's just a thank you for showing up. And the purpose of it is not really the gift. The purpose is to get that favorite color to get them to commit to coming. Okay, so then 3 days, no, 2 days before the party, which is the third touch, we're going to send them a marketing video. So we're going to have to get together with our directors and figure out how we want to send this marketing video. If everybody individually is going to make their own marketing video, which I think would probably take too much time, I think it would be more beneficial if maybe the directors got together. Go ahead, Denise. It was muted.
I just said I'll do a marketing video.
Okay, perfect. I was hoping you would say that. And so what you do with the marketing video is you're going to send it to them. They're going to watch the marketing video ahead of time. They're going to send the message back to you with, again, something like a code word or whatever. That's going to get them 5 more entries into that drawing. And it's going to eliminate us having to do marketing at the event, because now they've seen the marketing video. They know what Mary Kay's about. They understand getting to this event that we are doing a business debut. We're launching our business. We're trying to make sales. They're coming to this party specifically just to shop. Okay. So that is the, oh, and then also on that one, you want to end it with, if you bring a friend, you get an extra 5 entries into the drawing. So, and she kind of talked over herself a little bit on this one, so we got to figure out a better way to word it. But basically, for every friend you bring, you get an additional 5 entries. So if you brought 2 friends, that's 10 entries. If you brought 3 friends, it's 15. So we want to get them excited about getting these drawings, and we want them to obviously bring people with them, so there's more people at the event. And I know you guys are already like, okay, so that's 30 people, and now I'm going to times it by 2 because everybody's going to bring a friend. Now that's 60 people. I'm super overwhelmed. How am I going to do a party like this? Well, just hang on and bear with me because this is going to work. Okay, so day of the party, you're going to reach out to them again. Thank you so much for supporting me. I can't wait to see you today. It really means a lot to me that you're coming and supporting me in my business. I'll read that one again so Heidi can type it. Thank you so much for supporting me. I can't wait to see you today. It really means a lot to me that you're coming and supporting me in my business. So again, everything she does is with a very specific purpose and reason. And the last sentence is crucial in that one. Thank you, the supporting me in my business. That's just one more of those like little like reminders that this is, you're coming to shop, bring your checkbook, bring your Venmo, bring your debit card, whatever, you're supporting me in business. Okay. So now we're on to the day of the party. We're getting ready to do the party. So wherever your party is going to be, you want to have enough space that people can kind of sit around in a circle. It's not going to be at a table, and you're not going to stand above them and talk. You need to be sitting on their level. So she does it actually on like couches or in like a living room. And she actually herself sits on the floor sometimes, probably not right now while she's pregnant, but she likes to sit on the floor and get comfortable, and that helps put the people at ease where they are understanding that they're there for fun, but they're also there to shop. And she does everything out of a roll-up bag. So she does 15 products, and all of those products she has on hand with her in the roll-up bag. So she has like the roll-up bag sitting on her lap. And as she pulls the products out of the roll-up bag and passes them around while the people are sitting on the couch in the semicircle, is how we're kind of doing this, okay? And she has like really fun stories. She has before and after pictures, and she has little comments that personalize it to her if she has like some kind of a story with each product. And it goes really fast because she understands the product so well in so much detail that she knows what to say and why to say it and how to say it and when to say it, and it keeps the party going pretty smooth. So they might be, person 1, 2, and 3 right next to her might be on, product 4, while the end of the party might be just getting to product 1. So they're listening, they're doing stuff, and it's just kind of going in a big circle. So the first thing she does before she pulls any products out of the roll-up bag, because it's such a big environment and at the end there's going to be a lot of like people shopping, she puts their customer profile on top of an order sheet, and she has them fill that out at the very beginning. So everybody gets there, they sit down, she kind of explains what they're doing. She tells you, go ahead and fill out the top or go ahead and fill out the first page of the customer profile sheet, and then go ahead and fill out the top of the customer order form. And then she has somebody pass those all in. So she does have like assistants with her or other consultants at these parties to help. So because there is a lot of people, you do have to have a lot of help. So so she has somebody gather all of those up and take it to like the spot that she's going to do all the closing at the end of the night. So when they come up, they're going to be like, I'm so and so. She finds their profile information and she fills out their order form. Okay, so you're going to fill out the profile card, the sales ticket, and then hand those back in, and then she gets going on the party. So one of the first comments that she says is, this again is her being a director for one of her new consultants starting a business. So this verbiage is specific for that kind of stuff. And we're going to use our consultant. Her name is Lindsay in this scenario. So we are here tonight to support Lindsay. I'm so excited for her to be launching her Mary Kay business. And this is kind of more organic. It can kind of change. So I don't have specific words that you need to write down exactly on this one. This can be more authentic to how you want to normally talk, but you can joke and make the comment of kind of like, and Lindsay has a full store, and so that makes this even better than Amazon. You can go home with the products tonight and wash your face before you go to bed. And so that's kind of opening this up and getting them all excited and remembering that this is a reason to shop. We are going to go home tonight with these products, and you can like wash your own face tonight, and we're better than Amazon. So those are just some kind of like cool little comments, I guess, that make sense for, we're trying to show, how much better that we are. Okay. So somewhere down the line in the party, she also says, if you're having fun and you want to get a few friends together like this, I know it would help out Lindsay so much. She only knows so many people, and your friends will help her grow her business. So I'm going to read that one again because it is a little bit specific. If you're having fun and want to get a few friends together like this, I know it would help out Lindsay so much. She only knows so many people, and your friends will help her grow her business. So they go through this whole format, and they don't even offer hostess rewards. They don't even necessarily have to do it. Does she have a suggestion? Yes, Kenzie, we'll get to that, and we'll try and make it work specific for you on that question. So she doesn't really do the hostess rewards. Her parties are fun. And she says that at the end of the event, people are approaching her asking to get their own party, and they're asking her to book it instead of like at the end of our parties, we're asking the customers to book a party with us. Hers are all turned around, that the customers are going to her and trying to get on her books first. Like they're kind of like fighting over who gets to do this next. And so it's just like, it's changing that whole process. We're not asking for all of this stuff. They're asking us. And it just like changes the vibe, I guess, of the whole situation. Okay. So the other thing that she says, this is like a third comment. She says sometime through the night. And this is the only part of the whole entire night that she ever even like brings up any kind of marketing or joining your team. So if you had fun tonight and want to make some extra money, we would love to have you on our team. If you had fun tonight and want to make some extra money, we would love to have you on our team. And that's it. That's the only time she ever, brings up the marketing at all again, because they've already watched the marketing video 2 days ago. And so they know what they're in for. They know what Mary Kay is, and they know, a little bit about it. Okay. So, she says that the reason that she does this format is because she has found that she doesn't want to chase people for 4 months just to get like a $600 order to Great Start qualify them. She wants to help her new consultants start out from the very moment they start with a huge, debut, lots of customers, lots of sales, and just kind of gets them going out of the start. So they're excited, they're moving forward, they're booking their appointments, and then they're going forward with this. So of course, again, if this is a relaunch or you're doing it yourself, there's a couple little things to tweak it, but that's basically the format that she uses and the reason that she does it. So she uses the repair set to demo with, not the miracle set. And the reason she uses the repair set is because everybody, no matter how old they are, how young they are, or how what kind of skin they have, or what gender they are, any of those kinds of things, everybody has natural things that are damaging their skin, and the repair set is doing what it's supposed to do. It's repairing it. And so the earlier we start the people repairing their damaged skin, later in life they won't have to do a lot of those things at the dermatologist or the those med spas that are going to cost them a lot of money, to fix things that they could have been fixing all along. So no matter where they are at in life, she starts them all on the repair. And then she has some really good reasons as to why she does that. One of them being what I just said. She talks about botanicals. She hits on every one of the skincare options, but she talks about botanicals being geared towards preteens or children to get them in the habit of washing their face daily. And she targets, like I said, she targets everybody for the repair, but then she does also talk about the 3D miracle set as being geared towards more of like your 18 to 20-year-olds. If you wanted to do the preventative type of a product, if you have any kind of repairing you need to do, which anybody who's ever been outside needs repair, is basically the concept that she goes with. Okay, so for the time saving part of it, the first two products she does, she mixes together, and she tells them why she's mixing it together, and then she uses the brush, the Skin Vigorate brush. Okay, so the first two products that she starts with are the Repair Cleanser and the Microderm. And so she like mixes those together on the back of the hand, and she lets everybody rub it in with the Skin Vigorate brush, and she gives everybody a paper towel, like a wet paper towel, and then they just wash everything off with that same wet paper towel throughout the night. So this process does go pretty fast. And with doing it on the back of the hand, there's not like a whole lot of germs or like bacteria that's going to be available to like cross contaminate when she is like passing the brush around and everybody is using the same brush head on the back of her hand. Okay, so she explains the product, she explains what's important, she hits on lots of different things about each one of the products. That's going to be one of those kinds of words that like catches people's attention. So she talks about with the brush, she talks about it's the same thing as like you wouldn't brush your teeth with your finger, you're not going to wash your dishes with your hand. You're going to do some of those like catchy phrases that are going to help them remember what that is and why they want it. She does a before and after picture and shows of somebody washing their face with their hand and then showing somebody washing their face with the brush under like a UV light and showing the difference of the bacteria that's left over. So the before and after pictures we're going to get, and we're going to get them all posted. I just don't have them tonight. Waverly is actually in the hospital right now. Her water broke and she's only at 34 weeks due. Or she's at 34 weeks pregnant. Her water did break, so she's actually in the hospital right now. So I couldn't get all of the content back from her. So that is coming at a later date, but this is what she does. Okay, so product, Repair Cleanser Microderm. Okay, next one, she does lifting serum, and she jokes and talks about it being Spanx in a bottle or Botox in a bottle. And lifting serum is specific for your neck and face only. And then she goes in with kind of like a funny story. She had a customer that was buying the lifting serum like every 2 weeks. And she's like, girl, I'm so excited you're supporting me on this product, but like, why are you going through it so fast? And the girl said, well, you said it was like Spanx in a bottle. So I've been putting it on literally everything from my belly button up. And so she was going through it so fast. And that's a $74 product, by the way. That is like a lot of money. So anyways, she wanted to make sure people know that this one is really geared towards your neck and your face only. So don't be putting it like on your belly button all the way up. Okay. Next product is day cream. And she does not pass the day cream around. She talks about it, but she passes the night cream around. The only people who cannot use the night cream are if you're pregnant. You cannot have retinol on your skin. So make sure if you have anybody that's pregnant, they do actually use the day cream, not the night cream. And the reason that she passes that one around again is because it's kind of like the better, awesome, more product. And she calls that one gold in a bottle. And then she talks a lot about how the bottle is formulated specifically for one pump is enough. You don't want to overuse anything that has retinol, and retinol is encapsulated in this product that works as a time release, and that the bottle is made where it's vacuum sealed. And so when you push it down and the product comes up, that amount is very specifically formulated to be enough for each day. So you don't overuse it. And then you're not like dipping your hands in it and scooping it out where you can get like cross-contaminated any kind of bacteria or anything in it. So she really focuses on the night cream in that way. And then she talks about a funny story that her mom, which is the national sales director, Kim Copeland, and how that she like overuses a lot of the products. And so she was using like a whole bunch of the night cream, like multiple pumps, multiple days in a row. And she actually started to kind of get a rash because she had too much retinol in her body. So the company was like, okay, well, how much are you using? Let's go back to the way it's recommended, 1 pump, 1 time a day. Okay, next one she uses is the eye cream. And she really focuses the most on the eye cream as far as the tip is concerned. And so I don't know if this is on the product sheet. So I do want you guys to kind of take notes on this part of it in case it's not. So the tip is called ZMAC, and it's an acronym. The Z stands for zinc. The M stands for magnesium. The A stands for aluminum. And the C stands for copper. And that is what the tip is made out of. And so she lets people try that. And she talks about how it's cold to the touch. And that's the way that those metals together make it. And then she talks about like the boxing. We all know that kind of story that the boxers use it because it those metals put together instantly reduces swelling. And so then she goes on and shares the story that she uses the eye cream by just the tip in the morning to reduce puffiness. She gets really puffy in the morning. And then at night, she actually uses the product under her eye. So in the morning, she just uses the benefit of the tip. And then at night, she uses the product. And she also states that it's very important that you apply the product in like a backwards C, because your body heat draws the product to you. And if you're just doing it under your eyes or you get it close to your eyes, people sometimes feel like it's burning or their eyes start to water and they immediately think that they're too sensitive or they're allergic to the product, when the reality is they're not. They just got the product in their eye. And so if they're not applying it the right way, they could be thinking there's something wrong with the product, and it's not. It's just the way that they're applying it. Okay, the next product she goes on and talks about is the peel. I think, is it called Radiance Peel? I forgot to write the first word down. And she talks about this one as it exfoliates in 3 layers off of the skin. You want to think of it like a booster. Anytime you need to exfoliate your skin, this is the one that you're going to use. You think about it like the brush is exfoliating, but our brush is soft and gentle, and it can be used morning and night because the bristles are so soft, whereas some of them that you buy in the store aren't as gentle and they're not good for using morning and night. And then the peel is exfoliating, and it is also gentle to the skin, but does what it needs to do. And then the reason that you want to exfoliate is because you don't want to put product on dead skin, because that's what makes your makeup look flaky and cakey. And then she uses an example as like a pedicure. Every time you go and get a pedicure and they get dead skin off the bottom of your foot, it's the same concept when you're exfoliating your face. You don't want to do this like once a year and like have all that dead skin sitting on your face. The next one she talks about is the charcoal mask. She does pass this one around so they can smell it. She says that most of the people buy the charcoal mask on the smell alone. And of course, she does use a lot of the facts that go along with it from the product sheet. But the things that she kind of highlights to get other uses out of the charcoal mask are a lot of men use it as aftershave because of the peppermint in it is very soothing, and that you can use it as like a spot treatment on a blemish. So let's say you have like a pimple or something that shows up on your face. You could put like a little thing of the charcoal mask on that blemish and go to bed. And then the next morning it's drawing out all of the stuff that is in that blemish. So it works as a spot treatment as well as what the charcoal mask was obviously made for. And then she does really cool before and after pictures of the charcoal mask and during the charcoal mask, so you can see like all of the grossness that, you know, adds that awesome effect. The next product she goes after is the gel mask. And she talks a lot about this being one of the products that she stayed away from for a long time because she has oily skin and she didn't want to put all of this on her skin because she thought it was just going to make everything more like wet, more moisture. But what she found out is when you have oily skin, it's because you don't have good moisture in your skin, and so your skin produces oil. So if you put the right products on your face and you have the right products giving you good moisturization, it's actually going to reduce the oil. So she does say that the gel penetrates through everything that's on your face. It goes deep down, it's clear, it dries fast, and you are able to sleep in it. And it gives you that boost of moisture, and she does use that daily. The next one is foundation primer. She talks about the benefits of the foundation primer with the SPF, and she also talks that our foundation primer is specifically made oil-free. And the reason that we have ours made oil-free, whereas some other foundation primers have oil in them, oil breaks down your foundation. And so ours is made specifically without oil, so it doesn't break down your foundation. The next one she talks about is translucent powder. And translucent powder, again, is for all skin colors. You don't have to have like them foundation tested or foundation like their color tested to figure out what's the right one for them. Translucent powder works for everybody. And our translucent powder is very specific for it deflects light and there's no flashback. So people who are really into like social media content and taking lots of selfies and being on camera or having anything to do with photography, flashback is a part of your skin that's going to shine in the picture. And our translucent powder has no flashback. So when you take the picture, you're not going to see like them look like they have powder on their face. It's going to control the shine that naturally happens. That's not necessarily oil. It's just regular shine that happens through the day. And so that one's really good for anybody. And she says that she has a lot of people who do just foundation primer and translucent powder, and that's all the makeup that they wear. They don't wear any other makeup. They don't put any color on their skin. And those two are enough for them to have like a really easy makeup routine. And then she talks about finishing spray. So finishing spray, she, I guess, is really sweaty and she lives in Texas. And so she talks about finishing spray as like her go-to. She has it in every vehicle, in every purse, in every bag, in every room of her place, because I guess she's very sweaty and she doesn't want her makeup to run. And so she jokes that finishing spray is called the Waverly spray. And we've also heard it, I think it's called before, like hairspray for your face, that kind of stuff. So of course it helps so your makeup doesn't run. It helps so your sweat isn't making your makeup run if you do sweat. It does not stop you from sweating. That's very important. She wants to make sure that's clear, that people aren't going to buy this and think it's like a deodorant. And then finishing spray also actually helps your powder set. So that's another benefit for it. The next one she does is eye makeup remover. And she highlights that it is silicone based and it's oil free. And this is probably one of the best known products that our company is known for. And it is actually safe to use on lash extensions. And it cleans off eye mites. So if anybody knows what an eye mite is, apparently it's a little bug that eats your lashes. And if you don't properly clean your eyes, eye mites can eat away your lashes, and it's super gross and disgusting. And then she passes around a picture of like what an eye mite looks like. And it's ophthalmologist recommended because of the eye mites. And so it is safe and special to use for anybody, you know, even if they don't wear makeup or if they're a guy or a kid or whatever. The washing your eyes with the eye makeup remover helps with that. And then this is where she talks about the Good Housekeeping seal. And she brings up that we were in like the Allure magazine and the People magazine, and that there's 27 products that have the Good Housekeeping seal. And then she explains what that is. And she does it at this point because then she acts like the only 3 of the products that she remembers that have that seal are the repair set, the eye makeup remover, and the peel. And of course, she's just talked about those 3 products already. So there's like that next layer of talking about it. Then she goes on to the satin lips, and she does let them do the satin lips on their lips. So she has them hold up 2 fingers, and they put the scrub on one finger, the balm on the other finger, and then she kind of goes through that and lets them put it on. And they already have that paper towel in their lap from when they had the other products. So when they're done with the scrub, they just use that paper towel to wipe it off. They use the other finger to put the balm on. It's an exfoliating scrub, and it's a moisturizing lip balm that has shea butter in it. And then she talks a lot about a product that's in other types of chapsticks. She does not use brands because we don't want to hate on other companies, but she says that there's a product in other chapsticks that's called Camper, and I'm not sure how that is spelled, but it is a product that gives you instant gratification of feeling moisturized. And then ultimately what it does is it actually dries out your lips, and it's addictive in nature. And so that's why you have people that are constantly like reapplying all the time their lip balms and stuff because of that product. On to product number 14 is hydrating lotion. She talks about that one as it's good for sensitive skin, because it's just a great product with great hydration. It's not tacky, it's not sticky feeling. The smell is not perfumey or floral, so people who are sensitive to fragrances can use this one, and that even men like it. Then she goes on with the very last product. Number 15 is the satin hands, and she actually calls it satin hands and feet. And she talks about, the benefits of the satin hands and that you can do it on your feet. And then at this part, she has her closing sheet, and she has them laminated. And then they are like laminated really heavy, so they're durable. And so you can like put information on them like with a dry erase marker or whatever, and then they can just wipe off. So Heidi is getting ready to share this closing sheet. And so all of this stuff again is in the roll-up bag, and the people can go away with it tonight. And there's 3 different levels of the roll-up bag. So there's the princess set, there's the queen set, and then the Cadillac set. And I believe that's what it says in the top left-hand side of the bag. So depending on what products they want and what they're going to take that night, most of them she gives, at least if they buy the repair set or one of the sets, she gives them a discount if they buy it that night. So the repair set is $215, and she gives it to them for $199 and a free roll-up bag. And then you can see on the product sheet, all of the stuff that we've pretty much talked about or hit on are there. And she does highlight some of the other products that we have, and then she kind of goes through them. So when the person has, and she prints out like 20 or 30 of these, so she takes them all, so everybody has one of these. She doesn't actually really talk about giving them lookbooks. She only talks about this product closing sheet. And so when they go to the closing table with their product sheet, it's like one thing, and it's just easier to kind of hold and easier to have kind of like a show and tell. Like they just kind of point to the pictures of what they want. So what she is finding is that doing it this way and this style, she is building a deeper base of customers who are on a wide range of product. So that's going to start helping you immediately having customers on a lot of product that are going to need to reorder very soon, or obviously as soon as the product runs out. And when you have them on a whole bunch of different products, it's just kind of deepening their level of commitment with you. So it helps, I just lost the word. It helps with your reorders. It helps build a customer base. It helps with loyalty. And then as they're using the products together, then it is already the products are working together, because we know that the Mary Kay products are all made to work with each other. And so then they're getting better results faster, and they're just really loving the stuff. So she's having these parties, guys, and she's having them with a lot of the people that are in her age brackets too. So you're like talking about like the 18 to 30-year-olds, and they're spending like $500 and $600 on these parties that night. And so it's just setting up all of the stuff that we're trying to do, and we're doing it multiple times, and we're like reinventing the wheel, or we're just trying to we're struggling through it. A lot of us are struggling through this, and they're just having great success with this format. And if you do it exactly as she's doing it, it really does hit some of those key points that help people buy the product. And she knows so many facts and so much information about the products. I mean, I'm not even kidding you, like so much stuff. She has to have like all of these product sheets memorized or something. Like, I mean, her knowledge on this is just beyond my comprehension. And she even sold me on products last night because of some of the stuff that she said that I'd never even heard of. So it was just amazing. Her format is so cool. Her personality is just so laid back and sweet and fun. And if we can start duplicating this, she's just had such great success. It's obviously working. I mean, she boosted her unit $1 million in a year. She did 301 parties. So if you think about 301 parties and each one has like 30 people or more at it, I mean, you're hitting those numbers so easy and so often that you're just going to build that momentum and start building your team, and you're just bringing your people with you, and you're helping them be successful. So you're doing a party and you have your consultant that's brand new with you doing it with you, and then the next consultant that signs up comes and helps her do the next party, and you're just team building, and you're just making it so much I guess deeper is really the right word. It's just really cementing these people in this, so they're successful from the beginning. They've got momentum from the beginning, and she's just recreating and reduplicating this thing so much. Thank you, MJ. 301 times 30 is 9,030 customers. I mean, that just like boggles my mind. That's more than I think that are in Payette. That is more people than that live in Payette. So and you can do this in person and on social media at the same time. And so it's like, how amazing would that be that you're like touching all these people? I mean, and realistically, you're not really putting much product on them. So all the ones that are on like social media or who don't live locally, they are still getting like the QVC style kind of like the product, and they're getting all of the product knowledge that they don't necessarily have to know what the product feels like, because they're getting all of the facts about it, and it's just selling people on so many different products. So I really encourage you guys. I'm going to repost the video in the Voxer. It's a YouTube video that Waverly is on, and it's like 50 minutes, and I've watched it 4 times. And each time I just keep writing more notes. I think I have 8 pages of notes here that I tried to condense for you guys tonight. But it's amazing. And I cannot wait to start doing this format. So we're going to have some work to do as far as us making the marketing video, and then having some of us that are good with boards, that app, to help make some of these scripts, so we can get that content out easy and duplicatable for people multiple times, so we can just get going with this. So the takeaway I want you guys to have, to kind of like re-put all this together and not overwhelm you, is coaching. Following up, following her steps, knowing your products, and having the inventory to service your customers. I mean, if you take the statistics from that and you have 30 people at a party and like maybe 1 in 3 buy, that's going to be 10 people right there buying a miracle set or a repair set. So 10 times 200 is like what, 2,000? That's like a $2,000 party in just one product. So, I mean, we all know that it's mathematical, it's not magical. And here is our formula to move into the new modern world with keeping authentic to Mary Kay.
Kelly,
So
didn't she do all of those parties, those 300 parties all in person? And then she streamed it
she did.
right?
She did. Yes. All 301 of those were in person. And I can't even like imagine that, because to do 301 parties, that's like literally like one a day for a year. And she's 23, she's got a 2-year-old, she's pregnant with another baby. And it's like, my gosh, this girl is amazing. Oh, and the last thing, she does most of her parties in the evening, and she uses her day to do all of this follow-up and this getting things prepared and getting things ready. So she does know obviously that people work and have different jobs, and so you want to make a timing that works for you, but she also wants to keep it the same. So if you work during the day, then do your parties at night, and if you need to do like your follow-up at night because you work during the day, then do follow-up on like Mondays and Wednesdays, and do parties on like Tuesdays and Thursdays or whatever. But give yourself set yourself a schedule and keep consistent to the schedule. So you're just constantly doing the same things, and you're just going to automatically get better at it. And then she said, don't be scared. If you're going to post a video, post it. Your first video. And I think I posted something the other day like this because I stole it from Heidi, and it just spoke to me. It was like, your first post isn't going to be amazing. Your first video isn't going to be amazing, but everything you do is always going to get better the more times you practice it or try it. And so post the video, be authentic, be real, be like, this is my very first time going live. Like, here's the facts, and just keep getting better at it. That's all we can do. And that's all we really want to do. So it keeps us real, and it keeps us genuine with our people and our audience.
I do have one little thing that I wanted to just to validate what you said about them having that one piece of paper. When people get that lookbook, so many times, that's why Mary Kay taught us to have a closing sheet and have maybe 3 main options. When they have that lookbook, it's like this ocean of possibilities exists, and it's overwhelming. And a lot of times you won't get this out because they don't know where to begin, or they need you to tell them where to begin. So I love, love, love that. Just a feedback about just narrowing it down a little bit. And then maybe after the whole thing's over, they can get a lookbook or whatever. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Have them laminated, and she does thick lamination. So they're very durable while you're holding them, and like some dry erase markers so people can like make comments on it, and circle stuff or make comments. Take that with them to the closing table. They grab their papers that are already filled out, and she just does the closing with them. And then as she's talking to them at the closing table, if she has any of them that are more interested in the marketing stuff, she gets that or the business opportunity part of it, she gets like a little note, or she makes like a little note on their profile thing, and then she follows up with them, or she has the consultant who she was doing the debut follow up with them. And a lot of times she tries to get those things scheduled that night. So if they want to do their own party, she schedules it at the closing table. And if they want to talk about the business opportunity, she schedules it again at the closing table. And then she does tell them how she will be following up with them, like the 2 days, is it 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months? I think is like the standard. So however you are going to follow up with your people, you're going to tell them that at the closing table, because you want them to know, I'm going to be calling you tomorrow to see how your product is, or I'm going to be calling you in 2 days to see how your product is. I'm going to be checking in with you. However you want to do that, you're going to tell your people this all up front, because then when you do contact them in 2 days or whatever, they're not like, why are you calling me? I already spent $500 with you. Like you're building that relationship and the trust, because then when you tell them you're going to call them in 2 days, and then you call them in 2 days, that just automatically proves that you're trustworthy, and you're really there to be their skin expert, and not just get a sale off of them and then never talk to them again.
So good. So good.
So good. So is there any questions I missed in the comments? I tried not to look at those. I know Kenzie had one, and Kenzie will probably get together and figure out how to answer your question specifically. but I didn't notice if there was any other ones that came up. Or does anybody have any questions right now before we're done?
Great job, Kelly. I watched that video myself a few times, and I can never seem to catch whether or not she puts the second step of the microdermabrasion or if she just jumps right to lifting serum. I can't quite figure that out.
I think she just jumps right to it. And if you've watched the video, she holds her hands and like does a demonstration and makes like
On the pores.
this is like your pore. And then
Right.
like she shows you everything that's happening within the pore as like a visual. And it's really kind of funny how she does it. She's very specific and intentional with what she does and where she does it and how she does it.
Right.
Mhm.
That's why I wanted to ask, because I haven't, like, I'll catch glimpses, but I'm listening to it while I'm driving or other, I'm trying to
Yeah.
layer. But great job.
Yeah.
And I put a little note in the so the new oil-free eye makeup remover, it doesn't say that it's silicone based on the new one.
Okay.
So we probably want to. I'll go back
Yeah,
and read it again, but I didn't see it on there this time, and I think that's what's making it different. So don't
Okay.
quote me, but I believe that is a different. We want to make sure that that it is in there if it is, and I need to look it up myself just to make sure. But I
Yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of
so that's a
doesn't.
new one. So we definitely want to know the answer to that because we don't want to tell people that if it's not that. But the
Just says
reason,
dual phase system on it now. So
Nylon, not silicone,
Okay.
I think. So we'll have to get to the bottom of that.
yeah, find out for sure. Because in her video she does say silicone, and of course this
based, right?
video, yeah, and this video was recorded in February of 2022 or 2023. So it is obviously a couple months old. So yes, we do need to find that up. So we're gonna get together. I would imagine you guys, I say we, and then I say you guys, haha. But I assume the directors and stuff are gonna get together so we can figure out and really fine tune this and figure out what we're gonna do as far as like the drawings and the marketing video.
Love it.
I have a question on the closing sheet.
Mm-hmm.
So it talks about the Princess Queen Cadillac, and it says so many units. What units is it talking about? Because like in one of those, it's talking about the repair set, being $200, and then there's another set that's, the masking set is $61. So it's saying pick 4 sets. For a princess is $190. I'm trying to figure this out. To get a princess is $199.
Right. Do you remember what she said, Kelly?
I'm trying to remember how she said that, and I think you can add whatever products in there you want that are going to add up to basically that amount. And I think when she's talking about units, she's talking about putting kind of like an urgency on it.
Pockets.
Like, I only have 4 repair sets with me tonight. So if you're going to leave tonight with it, I need to get, you people, we need to get you to the closing table fast before they run out. But on the units part of it that's up there in the princess, the queen, and the Cadillac, I am going to have to fine tune that a little bit.
Okay.
And like I said, since I wasn't able to talk to her because she's in the hospital, a couple of my questions that I still need to follow up with are going to be like to be determined. We're gonna get them to you eventually because I have a whole separate list of all the questions I need her to like clarify for me.
And now I see. And now I see under there. I'm seeing under there if you
the repair volume from repair set is actually
Counts as 4 sets.
it counts as 4 sets.
Yeah.
So if you just get the repair set, you're automatically at princess level.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and that's right, because she does talk about that the repair set
okay, I see that now.
Repair set is she gives it to you for $199 and you get the roll it bag for free. So just the very bare minimum, just getting the repair set does put you in the princess category, and you get the free roll it bag, and she gives it to you for the $199, and then she builds it up from there. And so I need to figure out the math side of that and how she builds it up from there, because she wasn't very clear on that in the video.
Okay, and then if you do some of these smaller ones, like the masking set, that's just one set in and of itself. But some of these others, like the miracle set, it does say counts as 2 sets. You add in the eye cream, it's a 3 set, and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, that makes a heck of a lot more sense now that I see that subtext under there. Perfect,
Yeah,
thank you.
What she's doing is kind of averaging out the cost. Some are 60, some are 48, some are 54.
Yep.
They get to kind of pick what they want.
Right. And the more you buy, the more you save. But
Yeah.
giving credit for the higher end items to count as more sets, that makes total sense now. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So
And
good.
so since she does this format, this again is where, you know, she doesn't do hostess stuff. This is it. This is how she does it. So
Mhm.
And
You know,
she talked about like the colored items that she got. I know that was the first thing. It's like, how in the world am I going to find colors, all the colors of the rainbow? But she's went on Amazon and just got dollar items, or went to the dollar store to get items that were colored to reflect what your favorite color is, and then put them in a basket and let people choose. She didn't even separate them. She just like, oh, I know I got your thing. It's in the basket here. Grab one. She doesn't even monitor it. She just makes sure she has all those colors.
yeah. And she also does like a gift too, if like they didn't watch the video ahead of time, and like she has other prizes or something, she'll like give people that like on their honor, like, okay, I'll let you take one now, but you know, promise me you're gonna go home and watch the video tonight, and then like send me the code word or whatever.
She
I don't
has
know
them
how
fill out a
everybody feels.
survey.
Yeah, a survey. I don't know how everybody feels about the app Temu, and I'm not going to get into any of that with anybody, but Temu has like a ton of like really awesome stuff for really inexpensive and a lot of different colors. There was several different earrings that I wore at seminar that I got off of Temu, and they're like $1 or like 89 cents, and there's lots of colors. So even just doing something like that. And then there's a couple of other companies that I know, like Bella Rose Nails. There's that one's kind of fun. They have a lot of scrunchies, and they do also like some like press on nails and different things. And those are fun to also give as gifts. And if you buy a certain amount of them, it makes them like about $1. So don't invest like a ton of money in all these gifts. That's not the point of the video, but this is something you can start working up to as you're saving your 60% to reinvest back into your business. Obviously 50% is product, 10% is for business supplies. This would be something that would fall under that category of business supplies. So allow yourself some time to build up some of that kind of thing.
well, and if you're having, you know, $1,000, $2,000 parties, this is like nickels.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about it. Yeah, we just need to figure out like what do we want to do for giveaway and how do we want to do that. So yes, we will get together and talk about that. And I will set some time aside to get that marketing video done ASAP. And in the meantime, everybody come on Thursday if you can, if you're available.
Yeah. I will commit to really deeply diving into the boards program and figuring out how we can get a lot of this stuff streamlined into texts and emails so we can send them out with like one clicks and stuff. So this will be really easy for us to do.
Kelly, this was fabulous. Thank you. Thank you.
Very welcome. Very welcome. I'm so excited.
Thank you,
I
Heidi,
concur.
for the gameplay and also for getting everything up on the Future Inspired area page.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I listened to Waverly's stuff the other day, but you put it so succinct and really broke it down very, very well, Kelly. So great job.
Good.
And yes, Heidi, thank you for breaking it down even further. So when I couldn't write it fast enough.
Yeah,
I
will get my notes written up too, and Heidi and I will work together and getting this put together in like a nice like document. Part of the reason I didn't do that yet was because I still had unfinished or unanswered questions. So I want to make sure I have all the right information in the right spots, understandable before we send out the notes and stuff. So
I
And
love that we have
another
a connection
validation
with
thing that I want to
Waverly
add to
via
it.
you.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I love that we have a connection with Waverly via you.
yeah, I guess so. Huh?
Again, I want to validate, you know, sometimes we think, because I was raised old school Mary Kay, you know, that we have to sit down and we have to do the facial and we have to go through the flip chart and do the format, that was the Mary Kay way, you know, and then they did it on the face, on the go, you know, on the web, you know, all that. And, you know, Waverly's been doing this for a long time. And I was in a class with her where she talked about how she was kind of keeping it on the down low and didn't really want to share it with the Mary Kay world because it was more of like the millennial way. And some level, she felt like she was taking shortcuts. But I took the boot camp from Linda Tupler several years back. And that's what I modeled the business debut after. And it's very similar to this. We don't do anything on the face except for maybe some satin hands. And it's show and tell. And we still always sell a ton of products on the average for the people that come. But I love the kind of products that she's choosing. So that we just need to really beef up our product knowledge on all of that and get all the materials together and then come together and commit to doing some big parties so we can give away some really big things.
Yeah.
And then you can get together with someone one-on-one to do a facial and do customized color look with them or something at another appointment or a whole different type of party. There's still room for both, but
Yes.
it's, you know, foundation matching and all of that. Most women, if you send them 2 samples, they're going to find the one they like and then it's done. It's simple. I do that in the mail a lot. So yeah, there's an opportunity to, you know, do that one-on-one time with them if they really want it.
This is reaching the masses. This is massive action quantum leap growth, which is obviously what she did. The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
And she taught her people how to do it and just kept duplicating. And, you know, not only did she do a lot of parties, she debuted 6 offspring last year, guys. 6 offspring. So anyway, so exciting. So exciting.
I
Can I
did
share
not come
something
up
really
with an
quick?
inspirational quote.
Just, yeah, I was just
Sorry,
gonna
go
say,
ahead,
you got an
Rebecca.
inspirational close.
Do I?
Oh, I have one right here, and it is, your diet is not only what you eat, it is what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, and the people that you hang out with. Be mindful of the things you put into your body, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Yes.
Good.
Rebecca, did you have something? I'm sorry.
Oh, yes. Well, I did. I just wanted to affirm, Kelly, you did an absolutely phenomenal job. I did watch that video once through, and I also watched another one that was posted somewhere else. And you did a phenomenal job. I always love hearing from you, and the way that you train is just awesome. So thank you so much for your time, effort, and energy into this. And it was so cool because as I was listening to Waverly's video, but then also listening to what you were sharing, it reminded me of when I became a director years ago, and we were doing massive action in a short amount of time. Like my last month of DIQ, I'm pretty sure I saw over 60 faces, but I added like 12 new team members that very last month of DIQ. So it was a lot in a very short amount of time. And one thing it reminded me of is sending the marketing video ahead of time. I realized as you were talking, it reminded me how much of a difference that makes for people. Not only for the opportunity, but the other thing that I found was that they were actually more open to our products and what we had to offer because they heard about like any misconceptions that they've ever heard were kind of debunked in hearing it beforehand. And so they actually came with more of an open mind so that even if they weren't interested in the business, they were more willing and open to purchasing the products than ever before. And so that was just a really great reminder for me of just like, oh yeah, that's right. I used to do parts of this and how amazing it used to work. And then, it's just something that I've gotten away from. And then the other thing too is because there were a couple of parties where I literally had traditional parties. I'm talking, we're doing facials, we're doing microderm, all of that kind of stuff, where we literally had 20 to 25 people. By the way, when you're having all the products on the face, that is like, whoo, it's a lot. Okay. But we were doing group events and I had myself and I had several team members and we were doing full on facials. So it took 2 hours. And because of the amounts of people, I did, what you were talking about, where I left their order receipts basically in front of them. And I'm like, I'm going to do individual closes, but if you guys have products that you know that you want, just start filling it out right now. I have never had so many sales when I made it so casual like that and had them filling out their own order sheets. It was just, and then I was like, looks like you've got everything you want. Do you have any questions? Nope. Check them out, book their party, boom, you're out the door. And anyway, so as you were talking, I'm like, that's right. Sometimes it just takes the question out of it, takes the pressure off, and that really helps. And then the only other thing that I wanted to add in, mainly because I'm watching some body language and I'm sensing some things over the video. So I just wanted to share this. If you are not in a place in your business where 30 people at one time is your goal, do 5. right? So pick a number of where you feel like you are at in your business and try not to get overwhelmed by this. I feel like it's still doable. It's still workable with those smaller quantities, those smaller amounts. So I just really want to encourage those of you who are still figuring out what you want in your business or are newer in your business, maybe you don't have the inventory or anything like that. Take this as a base and then make it flexible for where you're at so you don't get overwhelmed. And maybe this is a goal to build up to. So you guys may not be working on the Queen's Court of Sales or sharing or directorship like, you know, at least 4 of us on this video are, and that's okay. So still know that you can use this in whatever capacity and however it's going to fit you and your business. So I just kind of wanted to give that permission because I'm watching faces and I'm watching body languages. I'm just kind of sensing that just know that you can still use this wherever you're at. It doesn't have to be mass quantities. It could be 6. And then you'll just clip it along and it still works. So anyways, thank you for tonight. It was amazing.
So good. Thank you. Thanks to all of you for your amazing input and engagement. And we're just going to dial this in. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. And thanks everybody for staying on a little extra long. And we will see you guys here. Those of you local in person at MJ's party next week, and lots of other fun things coming up. Thank you, Kelly. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Welcome. Have a great night. Bye, guys.